Operation Magic Carpet was about 400, but then they were also flying refugees out of Iraq and Iran, out of Tehran. So those were in addition to the 400 flights roughly of Operation Magic Carpet.
Your dad arranged for the flying of all 50,000 of the Yemenites?
Yeah, and then another 20,000 odd from Iran, and about another 10 or something from Iraq.
So he really was involved in saving 70,000 lives.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which at that point was almost 10% of the Israeli population.
His favorite story was that they had left Aden, and a fuel cap was loose, and a fuel cap is not a good thing to have loose. It basically started sucking the fuel out of one of the main tanks, and so they had to land in Port Sudan, which was during the Israeli war, and Port Sudan's in Egypt, and so my dad was saying, Jesus, I got a load of Jews on board, I got to go land in Egypt. They taxied in, stopped, said, I got to get fuel. And so my dad said, I had to make it up. And I said, you need to get doctors and nurses out here. We have smallpox on board this airplane. And they said, nobody gets off this airplane. You know? And so they fueled up. He said he signed a Shell credit card for the fuel on a long stick out of the cockpit window, cranked it up, and flew out of there. And he said, man, this was not looking good. He was a favorite of Ben-Gurion, who called him the Irish Moses. And so they were close, and he thought a lot of my dad.